In what will likely go down as one of the most uncomfortable moments in talk show history, Hollywood actor Ewan McGregor reportedly told Prince Harry to get out after the Duke of Sussex repeatedly insisted on being addressed as His Highness during a taping of the Graham Norton Show. Sources inside the production describe an evening that started with polite laughter but quickly devolved into a tense standoff, as Harry's entitled behavior rubbed McGregor the wrong way. The Scottish actor, known for his no-nonsense attitude and sharp wit, had little patience for royal formalities, especially from a man who voluntarily left royal life behind. What should have been a fun, light-hearted chat with Norton turned into a bizarre spectacle, with Harry reportedly interrupting conversations to correct people whenever they addressed him simply as Harry. It was awkward from the beginning, an insider revealed. Harry was acting like he was still in Buckingham Palace, expecting everyone to treat him like royalty. But the problem is, he's not. And when Ewan McGregor finally had enough, the room fell into stunned silence. "Mate, if you want people to call you His Highness, maybe don't quit being a prince," McGregor reportedly snapped. "Either let it go or get out." The tension in the room was palpable. Harry, clearly taken aback, attempted to laugh it off, but the damage was done. This wasn't the first time Prince Harry had tried to enforce his royal title outside of the UK, but it was perhaps the first time someone had openly called him out for it. Since stepping down from royal duties in 2020, Harry and Meghan Markle have continued to use their titles for prestige, despite insisting they wanted a normal life. The contradiction has been evident for years, but this latest incident with McGregor exposed just how insecure Harry has become about his diminishing status. According to audience members at the taping, Harry had been visibly annoyed whenever Graham Norton referred to him without the His Highness honorific. It was like he was waiting for someone to slip up so he could correct them, one attendee shared. Every time someone said Harry instead of His Highness, he shifted in his seat, like he wanted to say something. At one point, when Norton casually said, "So, Harry, tell us about life in California," the Duke of Sussex reportedly leaned forward and said, "It's actually His Highness, if we're being proper about it." The audience let out an awkward chuckle, thinking it was a joke. But Harry wasn't laughing. And that's when Ewan McGregor lost his patience. Unlike many celebrities who tiptoe around the Sussexes to avoid controversy, Ewan McGregor has never been one to mince words. A proud Scot with little tolerance for entitlement, McGregor is known for his down-to-earth personality and willingness to challenge arrogance when he sees it. And when he saw Harry clinging to a title he voluntarily relinquished, he wasn't about to let it slide. "You left, didn't you?" McGregor reportedly said, turning to Harry. "You wanted out of the whole royal thing, but you still want people to bow? How does that work?" The audience gasped. Graham Norton, ever the professional, tried to defuse the situation with humor, but McGregor wasn't done. "Listen, I played Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? But I don't walk around demanding people call me Jedi Master," McGregor continued, gesturing dramatically. "You can't have it both ways, mate." Laughter erupted in the audience. Even Norton couldn't help but crack a smile. But Harry? He wasn't amused. For a man who had spent years carefully crafting his public image, this was a nightmare scenario. While Harry may have expected sympathy, the audience's reaction suggested something else entirely. People were tired of his victim complex. Unlike previous years, when the Sussexes could count on applause and admiration from Hollywood circles, the mood in the room had shifted. "You could feel it," one attendee later recounted. People were laughing at Harry, not with him. And he knew it. It was an embarrassing moment for someone who had once been one of the most beloved royals. The man who had charmed crowds with his humor and humility was now being openly mocked for his ego. For years, Hollywood embraced Harry and Meghan with open arms. The couple signed multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix and Spotify, were invited to A-list events, and were given a platform to tell their side of the story. But now? The tide is turning. Their lucrative Spotify deal collapsed, their Netflix projects have struggled to gain traction, and even their once loyal supporters in the media are beginning to distance themselves. The Sussex brand, once seen as fresh and rebellious, is now being viewed as entitled and exhausting. And this latest incident with McGregor only reinforced that perception. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, Buckingham Palace reportedly watched the fallout with quiet satisfaction. For years, the royal family had chosen not to engage in public disputes with Harry and Meghan, instead letting their actions speak for themselves. And in this case, that strategy worked perfectly. By contrast, Prince William and Kate Middleton continued their duties with grace. The key questions now are: can Harry and Meghan maintain their relevance in Hollywood? Will their diminishing credibility affect their future deals? At what point does the public officially stop caring? Because if even someone as affable as Graham Norton is struggling to keep things light, and someone as blunt as Ewan McGregor is calling him out on air, it may be time for Harry to reevaluate his approach. For now, though, one thing is certain: Ewan McGregor's words will be remembered long after the interview fades. Either let it go, or get out. And with that, the world just might be ready to move on.